KTSM 9 News is your election headquarters, and as we mentioned at the top of this newscast, early voting for the Texas primary begins tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right, and we're following a number of highly contested races right here in El Paso, including the race for district attorney. KTSM 9 News reporter Skylar Soto joins us in the studio tonight with a preview on the 3 Democratic candidates who are vying for this seat. Skylar.
Well, Andy and Monica, after the turmoil in the district attorney's office with former DA Iwan Rosales and now the appointed DA Bill Hicks, it is now time for elections with early voting starting tomorrow. Now, the Democrat candidates running for the district attorney position are Alma Trejo, James Montoya, and Nancy Casas. And I sat down with each candidate to learn more about what their platforms are and their vision for the DA's office.
I had always wanted to run for this office. I never felt the timing was right.
It needs help. It needs fixing right now.
And the reason I'm running is because I see that there's a need.
3 Democrats vying for the El Paso District Attorney nomination in the 2024 primary election. Alma Trejo, a lawyer and retired county court at law judge.
I know that I can go into that office, rebuild it, and gain the public's trust once again in this office, because that is such a crucial office.
Trejo says her platform is to first take care of the Walmart case, the attorney shortage, and mental health.
3 administrations have already worked on this case. And right now there is an attorney shortage crisis. The office normally runs with 90 attorneys. There's less than 50 right now. And there's a couple of courts that don't even have an assigned district attorney, and also to set up a mental health unit.
Candidate James Montoya, a public defender and former assistant district attorney, also addressing the attorney shortage in his platform.
Victims are not receiving justice. People accused of crimes are not receiving justice. As a public defender, every week there are cases dismissed for speedy trial violations because they're not talking to their victims quickly enough. And I'm not talking about low-level crimes. I'm talking about very serious child sex offenses, repeat DWIs, aggravated assaults that are being dismissed, on the eve of trial, the morning of trial, and it's a disservice to everyone.
And Nancy Casas, an assistant county attorney and former assistant district attorney, who will focus on cases that are not receiving adequate attention.
We need to address the backlog that we have of cases. The cases that are still that have been turned in by the police department but have not been processed through. And if we don't process through, then you don't have a flow through, right? So if we don't address the beginning part of these cases, then they never get to court.
Casas also says communication and transparency needs to improve in the DA's office.
Now that I've been out and talking to people, I've been at the community centers or I've been out block walking, I hear people tell me, you know what, I've called and they don't answer my questions, or they don't know where my case is, and try and figure out what is not working that is causing such a high turnover. We need to go in there and recognize, retain, and recruit attorneys and staff. Well, you can hire more people, but if we don't address what's going on and how come people are leaving, like what in the office culture is not working, then that is something that needs to get addressed. And all 3 need to get addressed almost at the same time.
Each candidate telling KTSM, if elected, where they would hit the ground running.
I would start building up my team, getting ready, taking applications, hiring people, and start looking at the inventory, which is the cases, start looking at the budget, the manning tables, and be ready to literally on day 1, which is January 1st of 2025, start working.
We're going to figure out where the specific gaps are in the DA's office that need to be plugged immediately, and figure out who is best suited for what positions. We're going to do that immediately, from day 1.
I'm used to putting in a lot of hours, and I'm okay with that, and I'm ready for that.
Although if they aren't elected, each candidate is ready to still pay their due diligence back to the borderland.
I will become a visiting judge, or I've got several options. I've always wanted to head a nonprofit. My interests are immigration, farm workers, children. I would see where I was needed in this community.
And I'm happy to continue serving as a deputy public defender. I enjoy the work, and I enjoy continuing to serve our community.
And I returned to work at the county attorney's office and finished my career. Not exactly sure what would be next, but I would finish off at least the year with the county attorney's office.
Now, if none of these Democratic candidates win 50% or more of the vote, they will head into a runoff set for May 28th, and whoever the winner of the Democratic primary is will face the Republican challenger and current appointed District Attorney Bill Hicks on November 5th in the general election. In studio, I'm Skylar Soto, KTSM 9 News.